Now, the news that is coming in is a U.S. federal judge in Hawaii dealt another legal blow to President Donald Trump, issuing an emergency halt to revised travel ban just hours before it was set to go into effect. The U.S. District Judge Derek Watson put out an emergency stop on Trump's executive order, which aimed to temporarily bar entry to the United States of most refugees as well as travelers from 6 Muslim-majority countries. Hawaii's Attorney General Doc Chin said his state had to take a stand against an executive order which discriminates against people based upon the nation of origin or based upon their religion. He's also said that this travel ban would have hurt Hawaii financially.
The news from Hawaii, in which the judge in Hawaii, as we are seeing reports, we understand the judge in Hawaii has granted the state of Hawaii's request on the revised Trump order, executive order to issue a restraining order injunction. That's been granted. So, look, bottom line, that is fantastic news.
My colleague Smita joining us on the story. So, Smita, are we heading to yet another face-off between the judiciary and the Trump administration, the one that we saw in the first travel ban as well?
So, good morning, Devina. You know, what I feel is that this is not just going to be a judiciary versus Donald Trump case now, but this is also going to be a district judges versus federal judges scenario. Because remember, this order has been, of course, passed on by the district court judge Derek Watson, who is basically an appointee of Barack Obama. And Hawaii, remember, is a blue-leaning state. Hawaii, it's a cultural melting pot. I was there a couple of months back myself. One state where Barack Hussein Obama also spent his childhood years with his grandmother, which is in fact something that a lot of tourists look forward to seeing every time they are there in that state. But Donald Trump had argued that basically this order was issued for only 6 countries. Now Iraq had been taken off the revised list, and this only made up for 9%. It accounted for less than 9% of the world's Muslims. That has been rejected by the judge, who said that the illogic of the government's contention is palpable, and further mentioned that the notion that one can demonstrate animus towards any group of people only by targeting all of them at once is fundamentally flawed. Donald Trump was addressing a rally in Nashville just a short while ago, and he has called this an unprecedented judicial overreach. He said that this makes us look weak, and he has also declared that he wants to go back to the Supreme Court, not just with this, in fact, restraining order, which is worldwide, but also he wants to go back to the earlier version, which wasn't watered down, according to him. In support of Donald Trump, actually, there are some, in fact, circuit court judges who are now coming together, 5-6 of them, and who are hinting that as long as there is a bona fide intent in this, there should not be a case of judicial overreach, and maybe the Supreme Court should actually look through what is happening. So we'll possibly see, in fact, even some of the judiciary face off on this in the days to come, Devina.
All right, but also, Smita, does this mean that it will be a freeze on the travel ban across the entire United States, or will it only pertain to Hawaii for those who are traveling for the from the 6 Muslim countries that the ban insists on?
No, obviously, this is in the context of the revised order, which talks about the travel ban on the 6 countries. The first list has 7 countries, and also it spoke about 120-day, in fact, ban on the refugee program. But this is a worldwide restraining order. The Donald Trump administration, remember, after much criticism, protests that happened, women, minorities, Hispanics, blacks, all of them taking to the street, the Civil Liberties Union dragging Donald Trump to court with the earlier orders. So last time when they actually signed the revised order, they had said that we will give a 10-day, in fact, period to prepare for the execution of this order.
Okay.
Unlike in the first instance, where there was complete chaos and ruckus across airports. So this effect was to come into order on 16th March. But now with, in fact, this new Hawaii judge order, there is a current restraining order across the world now on implementation.
All right. Thanks so much, Smita, for joining in.